Do you want to know how you can get paid to find bugs and potentially even earn up to $3,500 per campaign by using Tryber? Then this video is for you. My name is Michael and I have tested hundreds of different ways to make money online, and I came across this platform that offers you different campaigns you can participate in, and it can be quite fun sometimes, and also, as you could already hear, some of them pays really well, but it is not for all. So in this Tryber review, I'll give you an inside look. I'll explain both the pros and the cons in my opinion, and then you can decide for yourself whether this is the right opportunity for you or not. So let's just start by going over the name, because there is something you need to be aware of. Tryber is a platform that now also is merged with Perpection. I've talked about Perpection before, which used to be a user testing platform, but that is now merged here, and now you are referred to Tryber there. So just wanted to add that also, that if you were looking for Perpection, so then it's like this is basically where you are directed now. You would still be able to use the same account to sign up and things like this, but now the platform, this is what it's called, and you can see during the sign up process which countries you can join from, and from what I could see, it was like basically more or less all countries you could join from. But let's now go over how you would earn here. So Tryber has several ways to earn. The easiest way is these like brand surveys. So you know that if you've heard some of my other videos where I talk about paid surveys, they are fairly short, something anybody can participate in, but they also have something that's a little bit more unusual. For example, you can help find bugs like functional testing, and then you can also learn about this. They have different courses to material where you can learn about this. It takes a little bit of time to become good at it if you've never tried it before, but something like this can give really high earnings. And the same, the next option here, it's kind of the same. It's a way you can become a ethical hacker, they call it, where you can find loopholes, like to help companies, software, find loopholes so they can basically become more secure. Again, this is something that of course requires some skills, but the rewards can also be very high. So they have something that is super easy, something that requires a bit of dedication to learn depending on your previous skills, but definitely also earning potential. But we'll talk more about the exact earning samples a little bit later. But let me first log in and show you a little bit more about how it looks on the inside. So I have now logged into the dashboard where you can see different things. There's a menu also where you can get access to different things, the available campaigns. We'll talk about the campaigns a little bit later. Here, I would say like this could definitely be more user-friendly. It's a little bit overwhelming, and when you click around, you're taken to these like different tools and things like that. I just think that the flow could be a lot better. I've tested many also similar platforms, both user testing platforms and bug finding platforms, and it's not quite as user-friendly as it could be, but so you just need to be aware. It just takes a little bit of time to get used to, but many of the things here you can find over here. So first of all, make sure to fill out your profile. You can add the devices that you can use for these different tests. So, some tests are only for phone, some are only for computer, some are for tablet, things like this. And then, here you can find the courses, so you can take extra courses. Tryber University is basically also a lot of material where you can learn more about perfecting your skills, for example, and these bug finding skills and things like this. But for example, if you look at the courses also, then you see there are different ones that will earn you then experience points, and the experience points, that's something that can help you potentially qualify for more different campaigns, because just because the campaigns are available, it doesn't mean that you necessarily qualify for them. But you can read more about these different experience points, because the thing is that you can actually also lose experience points. You will get the experience points, for example, by taking these courses, but also when you participate in different campaigns, and you can see what you would get. You will also get minus if you don't do a proper job. So you need to do the work properly when you actually participate in campaigns, and this will be used to then help you qualify for more campaigns. Or if you keep losing, then at the end you will find it very hard to actually qualify, because they want people that actually take it serious and that does a proper job. But let's take a look at a couple of examples so you can see a little bit more about how it would work and how much you potentially could earn. So you can see a list of the available campaigns, and this will of course vary depending on where you're from and the time you tried. So it's not that these exact ones will be available when you test it, that will vary. New ones are added regularly and things like this, but you just need to click it. You can see the name and the type. You see some of it's like a surveys challenge, some of them are like more special, these different things. You can click to like apply over here if you want to apply for it. We can also just look at it for more information, so you can click and see the name and all that. And in this case, you could see you would get 100 points experience points by participating, and up to 3,500 euros actually for this. But of course, that doesn't mean just participate, you would get this. You need to read it carefully, what is required. Usually you will get, if it's a bug bounty program, you will get paid depending on how many bugs you find and things like this. For example, in this case here, you could scroll down and you can see the exact explanation of how much you potentially could earn up to here. So always read it so you know exactly what to expect. But this is basically where you need to keep an eye on it. But again, the more experience points, the more you will get access to also, and if you fill out your profile and things like this. But overall, I would say like some of them, they pay very well. Some of them don't really pay much because it's more to like update your profile and things like this. So it can take a little bit of patience. The amount for me anyways is not overwhelming, definitely not something you can necessarily expect that there will always be work available. It can take some patience. It shouldn't be the only platform you join, but if you have these skills, or if you're willing to put in the time to like take the courses, go through the university information there to learn more about it, then you have the chance to potentially earn quite good money here. But we of course also need to talk about how can you then get paid. So there's a wallet section inside Tryber, and here you can also read more about it. Again, here it's like, look at this long explanation about how it works, and if you earn more than less than this and more than this, and if you do not live in Italy and flat rate, VAT, it's quite complicated compared to many other bug hunting platforms or things like this, where you basically just like, okay, you can get paid, this is the way you can get paid, and then you just do it here. There's a lot of information, so that's one thing I think that Tryber could work on, this whole flow in general on the platform, making it more user-friendly. But that's just how it is. You need to take the time to do this. It will likely also be worth it if you manage to actually get access to some of the higher paying tasks there. But as you can see, the important thing you need to know also is that you can choose between bank transfer and PayPal. So overall, some good payout options. So to sum it all up, I think Tryber can be interesting if you are willing to put in some time and effort to learn the skills to do this bug finding or bug hunting, because just for the shorter service or so, it's not really worth it. Then there's many other better opportunities. But if you're interested in that, then definitely it has potential. As you can see, there are some high earning opportunities there. You just shouldn't use it at the only platform, in my opinion, because you never know. Sometimes there might be a lot of campaigns, other times there will not be any at all. So if you want to know more about other options also, I do have a list of the best user testing platforms, for example, on my website. I will leave a link to that below so you can also check that out. I also do have a written review of Tryber, so if you just prefer reading, I will also leave that below. And also, if you just want small daily tips and tricks about different ways to earn, also I do have a Telegram channel where I share some exclusive tips and tricks almost daily there. I'll also leave a link to that below. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.